Hey, what's up, my friends? I'm Ashley Sunshine. I'm going to talk today about coming from a space of love and actually manifesting from that space of love. Manifesting your dreams, manifesting your desires, living the life that you want to live from a space of love. So, right now more than ever, it's so important to live from a space of love. So we need to become deeply established in our own sense of trust and in our own sense of how do we see the universe. So what do you trust in? And what I love so much about yoga, and I'm really coming from the world of yoga, studying deeply the philosophy and the practice of yoga, that the Bhagavad Gita, the main text of yoga, teaches us to always remember God in everything we do. Now, the word God can be replaced with universe, cosmos, the oneness, the self, the higher self, love, whatever helps you think about the unity and the creative power, the source energy. To remember that in everything we're dealing with, because then we can really witness this world as an unfolding miracle. That it's actually crazy how many processes are going on in our bodies in this moment, right? There's like 1,000 different cellular actions happening in every second. It's an insane amount of information that is super mysterious on where does that information even come from, let alone how does it actually happen. And yes, there's lots of scientific theories that help us understand deeper evolution and how we came to be here. But, even that is such a miracle in itself, evolution. So it's like putting on that lens of like awe and wonder and enjoyment, even through conflict and challenge. It's like, can we regulate our nervous system enough so that when a challenge arises, we don't have a nervous reaction? That we train our minds enough to stay calm, to stay focused on the love, that we don't get totally thrown off with something small that happens. And I know that happens to me quite often, that something small can happen. Even a friend can send a text message that's like in the wrong tone, and it can throw me off sometimes, even for more than a day, and this is just calling me back more and more. It's like, Ashley, go deeper, go within, find the stable place, find the stability place, and the beauty in the situation, right? What is the beauty in the conflict? The beauty in the conflict is usually that we have something to learn from it. It's teaching us, because we are in Earth school right now. We're learning how to become ascended masters. We're learning how to become teachers and guides and mentors for other souls, so that we can have a unified experience. And it's so interesting to think about the fact that actually our experience now on planet Earth is so polarized. It's like, I feel like in my spiritual world, I'm kind of living in this bubble of beautiful people that are doing amazing things and having, the time of their life, playing with manifestation and abundance and service and creativity. And then there's this like other field of people out there that are totally stuck in like politics and fear and COVID and death and anxiety and depression. And those worlds definitely mix. I also suffer sometimes from anxiety and depression. I think we all do, in certain levels, in certain degrees. But to see how polarized it is makes me realize even more how being established in a place of love within myself even a love for the opposite, even a love for the challenges, even a love for something that's opposing what I believe or what I think. It's like that is actually God. That is actually a representation of the love and an opportunity to grow. So any conflict that we're experiencing isn't random. It's not like, oh, this person is a son of a bitch, he better get out of my life. Because guess what happens after that person gets out of your life? Another person comes in to show you that same lesson right in the face. So avoiding those conflicts is not going to help. It's like, oh, thank you. You showed me something here. I'm going to quiet my ego for a second. I'm going to stop needing to be the one that's perfect or right all the time. And I'm going to recenter myself back into love and remembrance that I'm just a soul in Earth school going through this journey, picking up whatever information I can, doing my best, and I don't know everything. So if I don't know everything, then everyone around me has something to teach me. I can learn something from everyone and everything. And this is what it means to come from a place of love. And then when we're in that place of love and we're really established there and we don't let conflict or doubts or fears like suppress it, that we've trained our nervous system and we've trained our minds to be able to more or less handle the waves that come, then that's when our manifestation power is super, super strong. So we can think about a desire that we want. Okay, like I want to buy a home with land on it and I want to have an infinity pool. That's my dream. That's one of my dreams. I am going to now imagine from that place of love, from that place of possibility, from that place of witnessing the unfolding miracles happening in every second, then step back and say, okay, I desire this. This is something that I want in my life. And from that place of love, I then enter in to the mindset or the frequency as if I already have that thing. And there's no fear, there's no doubts, there's no cynicism. There's just me in my home, on my land, with my infinity pool, and I'm so freaking happy. I'm celebrating. I'm joyfully celebrating this fact, this experience that I am having in my mind, okay, from a place of love. Now, if you're doing that and you're imagining something and doubts do come up or fears do come up, those are what we can call limiting beliefs, okay? And so these are worth looking at. If you think to yourself, I want this, but there's no way I could have it because of this and this and this, then those three things are part of your limiting belief system, which all of us have. Everyone, even the most, enlightened people have them. And it's important to then look at them. So I don't believe I can have that because there's no way I'll be able to make that much money. It's like, okay, well then you have a limiting belief around money. Or I can't have that because it's not good for the environment. So like it would be wrong for me to want that thing. And it's like, okay, now there's a limiting belief about like what is wrong and right for you. And maybe there's a way you can imagine it that would be actually giving back to the environment, right? So it's like we need to go in and sort out those beliefs and really be honest with ourselves. Because if we're like, oh yeah, I want this thing and everything's fine and yeah, I'm gonna get it and like I don't have anything holding me back, that can also be something that's hiding what you're really thinking, right? So it's really important for us to look at what we're really thinking and realize that if we want something but we don't yet have it, it's probably because something is limiting you from that. So there probably is some limiting beliefs there. Okay, but then you come back to that place of love and you love those limiting beliefs and you love yourself for keeping you safe and your ego for trying to keep you safe. And then you say, okay, but limiting beliefs and ego, I don't need you right now. And I'm going to spend time vibrating with this thing that I want from a space of love. Okay, I want an amazing family. I want my family to get along. I want, I want to make a lot of money. I want to succeed in my art and my creations. I want to make a music album and sell thousands of copies of it. All those desires, when we can come to it from a place of love, we are manifesting. We are creating the lives that we want to live. And this is possible. There are whole systems in place that are telling us that we need to live a certain way in order to be safe, or in order to survive, or in order to succeed. And I want to invite us, all of us, including myself, to keep releasing those things that don't feel amazing, and realizing that actually we can have a life that feels incredible. We can have a life that feels absolutely beautiful. So I've been learning this. I've been learning this for the last 15 years after I quit my corporate job and decided to travel the world and had no money and had student loans to pay off. And somehow, I was provided for. I was taken care of by the universe. And stepping more and more into my power with every year, with every day, with every week. Not getting sucked into the mindset or the belief system that you have to do a certain thing or be a certain way in order to succeed. And being like, no, I'm actually the one that defines my success. You are the one that defines your success. So what is that? What is your success? And can you ask yourself, what do you really want? What do you really want? Can you write those things down and then read them back to yourself from a place of love? And believe in them, get excited about them, and celebrate them. One last final tool I want to leave you with is scripting. So after you write down what you want, you can use a technique called scripting, which I've learned from amazing mindset teachers, where you write out as if you are already in the situation that you're wanting. So say that next month you want to make $10,000 from your spiritual business, okay? Or your creative art. Say like I'm a painter and I want to make $10,000 next month from my paintings, okay? Now you're going to script and you're going to write out, what are you doing now that you have those $10,000? How does it feel? What are you planning? What are you creating with that money? Where are you going next once you have that money? And so you can write like, I made $10,000 this month and I'm so happy and I'm so excited and I want to go on a trip. I'm on a plane to Guatemala and I see the Andes Mountains below the plane and I just can't believe how simple and flowing it was for me to make this money this month. And I am excited for this course that I just signed up for that I'm taking in Guatemala. And after that, I'm going to go hiking and I'm going to blah, 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 blah. Like you can dream whatever it is that you want to be doing with your money once you make it. Or whatever it is that you want to be doing with that dream that you hold. Like I want this house with this infinity pool. So I can write about the experience of what it's like to sit in that pool and look around. And then what are you going to want from there? And that's really fun and really exciting and can get us into the mindset of into the mind space of creation, of expansion, of enjoyment and continued enjoyment and belief that we actually can have a life that is continuously enjoyable. Sending you all so much love. Thank you for tuning in today. And I'm just excited to share, and I want to share more. And if I'd love to hear from you about your scripting, your desires, your space of love. What is that like for you? And what are you manifesting? I'd love you to write me in the comments or send me an email or check out my website and be in touch. I love you so much. Bye-bye.